Hello there and welcome to Miko. My name's Chris Michael, I'm the founder and managing director of Miko, and welcome to another in our series of video answers to your emails. You email us every day lots of different questions about the dehumidifiers, but a lot of the emails you are sending us are quite similar. So in these series of videos we're answering those questions, and hopefully our wider dehumidifier community will get some benefit from seeing the answers to maybe the things that they're thinking about. So Rosie, what are the differences between the DD8L and the DD8L Junior? Okay, yep, that's an easy one to answer. They look exactly the same. Unless I looked at the label on the top of this DD8L, I couldn't tell whether it's a DD8L or a Junior. They are absolutely identical. They take the same amount of water out of the air, and there's only two small differences. The differences are the DD8L is the more expensive one. It has an ionizer to help clean the air and an antibacterial filter to help clean the air when it comes in and remove any bacteria. The Junior does not have the ionizer, does not have the antibacterial filter. So it's missing out on those two air treatment things. So if you're using the dehumidifier somewhere where there's no humans around, maybe in the garage, boat over winter, caravan over winter, holiday home over winter, or you don't suffer from any allergies, asthma, that sort of thing in the home, save a bit of money, buy the Junior. If you are concerned about having the air cleaner for whatever reason, buy the DD8L. There you go, Rosie, hope that helps. Thank you very much for your question. Right, we've got Julian. Julian would like to know more about the DD8L. He spotted that in the instruction manual it states that the control panel locks if the temperature drops below 10 degrees C. It does, and we do that because it's important with a desiccant dehumidifier that it's allowed to get rid of the heat that it's building up with inside itself. So what we do is, in certain conditions, when we have low relative humidity or low temperature, or the machine's been working particularly hard, we allow the dehumidifier to control its own cycle so that it controls its performance and it gets rid of the heat that it's building up and it works to its optimum level. It's still dehumidifying, it's still doing the job that you want it to do. It's just that whilst it's going through that cycle, you can't change the settings on the control panel. When it's ready, you'll be able to do that again. But in certain circumstances, low temperature, low humidity, or when it thinks it's been working particularly hard, it will start to control what it does and how it does it, its fan speed, etc. It's just some extra intelligence that we've put into the dehumidifier to prolong its life and to make it more efficient. So it knows what it's doing, just let it get on with it. Hope that helps, and thank you, Julian. Emma, see about the little mini D rechargeable dehumidifier. I got one of these, thanks Emma. I've put it on but no lights came on when I went to charge it. Is this normal? Yeah, there's no lights, there's nothing that's going to come on, Emma. You'll know it's recharging because you'll feel it will start to warm up, because that's what's inside it. A little metal plate that heats up the silica gel that's inside it in order to dry out the silica gel. So there's no lights, nothing should be coming on. You'll just start to feel it warm up as you go to recharge it. Or as it's on recharge, I should say. Okay, Gary's asked about the 10L. I've connected the drainage pipe, but the water's still going into the tank, and then the unit switches off. Okay, the only way that that can happen is A, the hose isn't on properly, so check that. B, the hose isn't going downhill, because water can only go downhill. The hose is blocked, that would be C. You've got a kink in the hose, that would be E. Or less likely, but if you've checked all of those other things, you've got negative air pressure, and that's why the water's not being allowed to drip down the hose, and the safety overflow is ensuring it goes into the tank. Note that's a safety overflow, so if the hose is blocked for any reason, we got this safety overflow whereby the water will end up in the tank, not on the floor, and obviously when the tank is full the dehumidifier turns off. Now that negative air pressure point, how do you fix that? Because that is a question that comes up maybe once or twice a month. It's quite rare, but it does come up on a consistent basis. Very simple. So pen and paper at the ready. Measure 30 millimeters from the spout down the hose. At that point, put a hole in the top of your hose 4 millimeters in diameter. So that's 30 millimeters down the hose, a hole in the top of the hose 4 mm in diameter. That will let air into the hose, and that will then allow the air pressure to be balanced and the water to drip away down the hose. You're thinking, I'm putting a hole in my hose, it's going to leak. No, you're putting a hole in the top of the hose and the water just goes drip, 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 drip. It won't go anywhere near that hole. It works, trust me. No one's ever come back and said, that didn't work, help, I need another solution. So thank you very much, Gary, for your question, very useful. Justin, I've just purchased Meco 10L, thank you very much, Justin. It's on the recommended setting, 2 droplets and thumbs up, and it's been running for 2 days now without switching itself off. Is the damp worse than I thought? Well, probably yes, but don't worry, this is quite normal. The dehumidifier will run and run and run until the relative humidity is brought down. And when you're introducing it into a house that hasn't had a dehumidifier before, this can take 1 to 3, 4 weeks, but it will get there. It will get there. It has to dry out all the moisture that's in the air, then anything in the house that's been holding on to moisture, books, furnishings, cushions, clothes, wardrobes, doors, all those sorts of things will release their moisture, creating more work for the dehumidifier to do. And of course you and your family, Julian, are also putting, Justin, are also putting moisture into the air as well. So you're bathing, you're showering, you're breathing, so that as well is adding to the workload for the dehumidifier. So trust me, we'll get there, and then you'll start to see it turning off and on as required. But yes, it does take about a month or so for it to bring things under control. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for your email, Justin, and please do keep them coming in. Thank you very much. Goodbye.